Welcome to Chunghwa Focus. I'm Lisa Hinchliffe. On today's program, we will explore the multicultural ageing population in Western Australia and the vital contribution they make, not only within their own families, but to the broader community. As a country, Australia is one of the most culturally diverse in the world. Here in Australia alone, of the 365,000 people aged over 65, at least 1 in 5 is from a migrant background. WA Minister of Seniors and Ageing, the Honourable McMurray, spoke to Chunghwa Focus about our ageing Asian population.
The percentage in West Australia of those speaking Asian languages almost doubled from 7.8% in 2006 to 14% in 2016. People who have identified as having Chinese ancestry have increased from 7.1% in 2006 to around 12% in 2016. So as we see, the Chinese population in West Australia has a major part, not only in our schools, but also in our businesses, and now we have an ageing population in West Australia as well.
While the state's economy benefits immensely from its multicultural society, often overlooked is the unique role the multicultural ageing population plays in helping to sustain that positive impact. Multiple organisations and government sectors, however, are well aware of the contribution these migrant seniors make.
So it is important that we understand the heritage that comes with the Chinese population and ageing population. They have stories to tell of how they got here, how they came here. They have stories to tell about how they brought their children up and how proud they have as their children have been successful in many different ways in Western Australia.
Grandparent care is invaluable in society, and while grandparents are the most popular providers of childcare in Australia, it is in our migrant communities that the significance and support given by the grandparent is even more apparent.
我咧就叫個名咧叫張鳳蓮，係出世喺香港嘅。咁樣咧，我大約79年咧已經移民咗嚟西澳洲㗎啦。大約係90年初咁樣啦，已經喺度即係咁跟住咧教太極咧，同埋咧我又好好嘅佢哋亦都派我哋去嗰啲老人中心度啊表演俾老人家，即係對社會有啲貢獻啦。今年已經72歲啦，咁我已經退休㗎啦。 咁因為啲仔女咧就大啦，有工做啦，咁我唔使照顧佢，但係就開始湊孫，要幫佢湊孫帶佢返學放學，係咪？咁樣即係暫時我生活都係咁咯。
For many migrant grandparents, childcare responsibilities are considered a privilege and central to their life goals. They place a high level of importance on the passing of culture and language to their grandchildren. Christine Allen is CEO with Council on the Ageing WA, or COTA. COTA acts as a conduit between our senior population and the government sector.
And we know that grandparents play a very important role, not only within their families, but within the community. So we know that many of our grandparents are migrants and they come from a wide diversity of cultures. We know that many of them don't have English as a first language, but we also know that they bring great traditions and culture to our society. We know that across Australia there are at least 40 languages being spoken in our communities, and the challenge of being able to translate information to all of those people is one that we need to meet, and it's one that we need to address sooner rather than later.
Chunghwa Community and Aged Care is part of the Chunghwa Association, the oldest ethnic organisation in WA. Since 1909, they have been dedicated to improving the quality of lives of the culturally diverse, particularly those from non-English speaking backgrounds.
Being a migrant organisation, we understand what it is the challenges which are facing migrants coming to a new home. You know, the majority of them, they come here at the later part of their life, and that it is what we call they are from the cold background. That means culturally and linguistically diverse background people. So coming here, they are facing huge linguistic problem as well as the cultural adaptation challenges. Even for simple tasks like going to shop to buy a hat, it is a big task for them.
Chinese Vietnamese Shi Ha Tran is in her 70s. She moved to Perth 10 years ago and, like many migrant seniors, found adapting to a new home a difficult journey.
我過嚟嘅時候咧，好悶㗎，因為環境、交通樣樣嘢都唔如意啦。咁我亦都有去喺 TAFE 嗰度讀嘅英文。咁喺 TAFE 入邊咧，就有好多識到好啲同學啊朋友。咁經佢哋嘅介紹咧，咁樣我入咗去做義工。我唔經唔覺做咗義工啦9年時間咯。
One of the things we realised through COVID-19 is that we, as a sector, needed to work together and collaborate to ensure that we were meeting the needs of our ageing population. One of the initiatives that was started through this is the state government set up task forces to look after those vulnerable cohorts, and one of those task forces was to look after seniors. And what we did through the Seniors Task Force was to identify what needed to be done to support seniors.
The Seniors Task Force consists of members from the state government departments and key stakeholders, including Umbrella and the Changhua Association. Very important, as we know, the Changhua Association is held in very high regard in the Chinese community. So they were brought in as well to give us a hand so that people could then translate back on paper as well as verbally, translate back to those ageing people with the Chinese background. So it has been important to make sure that people understand what the government's doing.
To improve the ageing migrant experience in this country, it is vital that we gain a greater understanding of the factors that influence their emotional and cultural well-being. In our next episode, we will continue to explore the opportunities and services that are available to our multicultural ageing community in Western Australia.